Okay, so Villanova hosting the Big Five Baseball Bash this weekend, the second of our home tournaments, and here with Coach Godry. And just talk about how the team's been playing. We've been able to get all our games in since coming back home, and for the most part, the team has played very well.
Yeah, I've been happy with where we're at as a club right now. We're 11-6 and really 11-3 since we've been out of Arkansas, and we've played. I thought extremely hard every day. We've been very fortunate. We've had outstanding weather, minus some kind of windstorms in Norfolk and Florida, and I think the team is really gelled together. We've very good team chemistry right now, and there's been some spillover on the field with that. We swung the bats extremely good. We've continued to play good defense, and we've been able to have pretty good outings of our pitching staff, especially out of the bullpen.
Talk about the pitching staff as a whole. I think since the end of that Arkansas series, the team has an ERA below 3, and that's probably about as well as we've pitched this early in the year.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's probably as good as anybody's pitching in the country, I would imagine. I mean, I think that, coming out of Arkansas, number one, Arkansas was the 4th-ranked team in the country that could really swing the bats. We haven't played a team that's been 4th in the country, and I think our pitchers really have done a good job of throwing the ball over the plate when they've had to. They've been able to pitch in advantage counts, so throwing strike one and then going to work is just been kind of our motto with the pitching staff. They've been able to execute that plan, and I think they have a lot of confidence in our team defense, which makes life a lot easier for them.
Out of the bullpen especially, you just have so many options that you can go to, and pretty much everyone you have gone to has shown some potential and done a good job. Who have you seen that you've liked?
Well, I think, as you mentioned, I think there are a lot of names that I've liked that have come out of there. I think Matt Lengel has been outstanding. He's come in a number of tough spots and has thrown strikes and has gotten key outs and has had a save. Kevin McLaughlin has done well. Julian Diaz is probably the best I've seen him. And he is a guy that's probably going to be in the top 5 all-time appearances at Villanova. And when the game he threw first St. Joe's, I thought he was outstanding. Battipaglia, when he's been out, has pitched well. He was just kind of nursing, a little bit of an injury, and hopefully we'll have him back this weekend. The lefties that we brought out of the pen have been effective, and I've liked the freshmen. Radke, Cole, and Harris have done a good job, coming out of the pen and being effective. And yesterday, Jeff Corder in his first career performance, went out and got a 2-inning save. So I've been especially happy, with the young guys and the bullpen as a whole.
Kind of the same thing with the rotation, where you have a good amount of depth also, but it looks like Pat Young is kind of stepping up and becoming that number 1 guy for us.
Yeah, Pat's a good pitcher. I mean, he was a guy that really, kind of established himself in the Big East last year about halfway through the season. He had a really good summer down in Houston, Texas with the Houston Heat and Summer Ball, and has just really carried it over, all fall and all spring. He's a guy that has, he has good velocity, his arm strength. He has a true out pitch in his slider. He can attack you with a changeup or a split as well. So, Pat's really developed into a real solid pitcher for us. I'm real proud of him, and I hope he can continue to have success.
Now, offensively, we're hitting over 300 as a team, and we've been there. We've done that before. But we're leading the Big East in on-base percentage also, and I don't know if we've been there before. So just talk about how consistently the offense has put guys on base and given us chances to score.
Yeah, they've done a really good job. I mean, we talk all the time about team offense. What can you do for the team? And, our first absolute when we talk offense is on base. That's what makes us go, especially in the ballpark we play in. It's a big ballpark. It's, there's not a lot of instant offense with home runs. So it's about how many guys we can get on base and how many times we can move them over. And I think this team has done a really good job, 1 through 9, buying into that. We've been able to hit the ball in the gap, and we've been especially effective with our bunt game. So, that combination usually is able to put runs on the board for Villanova. And right now, as a team offense, we've played it pretty tough right now. I'm real happy with where we're at as a ball club on the offensive end for sure.
Now, when you have a heart of the order, which goes Matt Fleischmann, Connor Jones, and Tyler Siaka, that makes things roll pretty smoothly too.
Yeah, no, those guys, Matty, Fleischman's, he's having a special start of the year, and right now he's, the ball's finding his barrel, and he can really hurt you. And if Calby and Wager, when those guys get on base, it's tough to get through, Fleischmann Jones and Siaka without one of those guys being able to barrel up a ball. And if we get two of those guys working in one game, that's been the result of some of the amount of runs we were able to put on the board against some people early this season.
Okay, now talk about the tournament coming up this weekend, Big 5 Baseball Bash. We have NYIT, Binghamton, and Buffalo coming in. Talk about what you think we'll see from them.
I think it's always a great event. It's our last non-conference weekend before we start conference first St. John's next weekend. We always have some very good opponents come into this weekend. We mentioned we open up with New York Tech tomorrow. A dear friend of mine, Bob Hershaw, just retired. New York Tech, they play out of the Great West. They seem to always have good pitching, and they're very a hard-nosed team. There'll be a good challenge on Friday. And then on the weekend, at Binghamton out of the America East, they're a team that is always in contention to win that league championship. They've been to a few regionals. They'll bring in a real solid pitching staff. It's the first time we've gotten to play them. They've been in the tournament in the past, but one time because of weather, and the other time they weren't scheduled to play us. So I'm looking forward to playing Binghamton for the first time. And then Buffalo out of the MAC. We play these MAC schools. We played Miami, Ohio down in Florida and got a W there, and Western Michigan. MAC's very solid baseball. They always have physical guys, really good ball players. I know that Buffalo will be bringing in Tom Murphy, which was on a lot of preseason All-American teams. He's their catcher. It's supposed to be a really high draft pick. They seem to be posting up a lot of runs, so that'll be a especially tough challenge, to close things out on the weekend. But I'm excited the way we're playing as a ball club, and I think each day we'll have a chance to win a baseball game, and I hope we can continue to keep things rolling here.